All right, all right, all right. Happy Thursday to everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day like I am. Man, it's a gorgeous day as I look outside and I was able to get out and get that exercise in, and which is so important. You know, if you're not exercising, hey, just take a 5-minute walk every day, right? If it's hard to get around and walk, man, just practice on some breathing rhythms for yourself. But find something physically that you can do every day, man. It's so important. It just changes everything for me. You know, I've been fortunate to train as an athlete at a higher level years ago, and even before that. I was just telling my wife the other day, I was thinking, I said, man, I've been exercising for, 55 years or more of my life. Right? And it's kind of like, holy smokes, man. And so it's a habit for me, and it continues. So anyway, I'm not here to talk about that, but I just wanted to share with you. It's a gorgeous day out here. I was just outside by the pool, and the wind was blowing, man. It was just an awesome day. So happy Thursday to everybody. And thank you for stopping in and joining us for another Conversations with Geoff episode. And I was just informed, for those of you that are looking for our guest, that we will not have a guest today. So what I've decided to do is just talk a little bit more about me and maybe share some things that you may or may not know about me, and then some upcoming thoughts we have around taking some things a little deeper. All right, is that fair enough? Right. So if you're here, sit down, and then you know the rules. Let me know where you're from. Show me some love. Hey, Geoff, I'm from so-and-so, man. Great show. Appreciate you. Whatever. Yeah, I say great show. But hey, whatever you feel about it. And then let's chat in the conversations, because, you know, we really appreciate everyone that's been supporting us, everyone that's been following us, everyone that's our guests that have come in and just dropped some pure fire. If you haven't seen the episode on Tuesday with Kevin Fernandez, make sure you go back and copy that, especially business owners. Oh man, this guy just humble, but doing great things. Got #1 best-selling book out now. And I just encourage you to really go back and check it out. And then look at some other episodes that we have, right? Because our whole mission and Conversations with Geoff and purpose kind of line up. You know, we want to speak around areas of the health, community, and wealth for the overall umbrella, but kind of drill into those particular categories. But the most important thing is that relationship that you have with yourself, about yourself, by what you say to yourself each and every day, all throughout the day, at night before you go to bed, in the morning when you wake up, all through the day, you know, and when things don't go your way, how do you respond? Or when things do go your way, how do you respond, right? Do you find yourself just kind of creating some real crazy, self-destructive things that kind of, like they call that the thermostat and the thermometer, right? And then you set the thermostat, and you can change the temperature up and down. But when you're the thermometer, you're just a vehicle. And sometimes when you get moving and life shows up and you start having some great things go on in your life, I'm talking to myself sometimes, you know, you start going from that 72-degree temperature to 80, 85, and life is on fire. I found myself, you know, doing some really self-destructive things along the way that bring me back down to that comfort level of 72 degrees. From that close to 100 degrees, getting ready to break through, and I'm back down at 72. I'm like, man, why is that? But I learned and I realized that, Geoff, you'll never be any higher than how you see yourself. So anybody out there that's experiencing any of that, there is some magic in understanding the fact that change how you see yourself, change what you say to yourself, change how you think about yourself, how you see yourself. You can get beyond that platform that's holding you back, right? So fear of success is sometimes as limiting as the fear of failure, right? So I don't know where that came from. And I just want to kind of get back. I did have some things I wanted to share today with our guest, but I'm going to kind of get this thing together, so I won't keep it very long. You know, for those of you that are new to the show, again, thank you. And those of you that have been supporting us, thank you. Also, we love you, and always our team that puts this together, right? I want to make sure I recognize that all the time, because that's the most important thing that makes this stuff happen, right? And I talked about our purpose a little bit with Conversations with Geoff and our mission. around that stinking thinking, right? That thing that shows up when you're like, oh man, life is great, and then things happen like I already talked about. And then what do? You know, do you give up when you get knocked down? Oh man, do you show up when you're afraid to? Ooh, or do you speak your voice when it's time to speak your voice, right? And that's where that comeback thing comes back. Again, my name is Geoff Tyson, and I'm the comeback king because people gave me that name because, man, my life has been about that journey up and down throughout life, getting knocked down and getting back up and getting knocked back down again, you know, both in all areas of my life. And so it's no magic to how I've been able to overcome things. It's just I'm practicing what we share with you on this show, which is believing, changing the negative message that you have with yourself about yourself. And you can only, I believe, do that by being aware of it, right? I mean, we go through life, I say we, sometimes on autopilot, right? I mean, we just get up, we brush our teeth, take a shower. Hopefully most people do that. And we go to whatever we're going to go through the day. And at the end of the day, we sit back down and like, man, where did the day go? You ever say that? How many of us say, where did the day go? Well, the day was just like the day before because nothing changed. You're following, you're in that stale rhythm of life, right? We want to shock you a little bit. Say, hey, come over here to the community of comeback, right? Come over here to the power of understanding the gifts we have by being able to control our thoughts. I always say it all the time, right? You change your thoughts, different actions. I got to slide that in there, right? Because it's not going to happen just by happening. Change your thoughts, take different action, practice different steps, begin to generate momentum in your life, begin to generate a new outlook on how you see yourself. Remember I talked earlier about that thermostat and thermometer when I was 100 degrees getting ready to break through, and I brought myself back down to 72 because I didn't see myself achieving those things. Man. I just get so excited when I think about this gift because we all have it and we've all done it before, right? I mean, we've all been through something in our lives where we were like, man, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, or I don't know how I'm going to achieve this, or I don't know how I'm going to come back from this loss. I can go on and on and on, but you did it, right? So it's not something you haven't done before. So that gets me excited, man, because if you've done it once, my motto has always been, if it's been done once, it can be done again. If somebody else has done it, I can do it too, right? So get excited about the possibilities of what I'm saying to you is being true today, right? The whole thing around conversations with Geoff and conversations with yourself, man, is really just reminding us all as human beings that we can find a new way to live. We can achieve those things that we're after. And there's a whole lot of things that go along with making that happen. But the simplicity of my message today is this. Pay attention to the chatter in your head and then understand that you can hit the pause button because it's going to continue to run, right? What's the pause button, Geoff? That's like, oh man, did I just say that? Did I just say to myself that I've never achieved anything? Why do I think I'm going to do this? Or did my friend just tell me that? Or was my chatter reminding me of it? You guys get the picture. You know what I'm talking about. So become aware of it. Look, I'll just share with you, you know, as I go through these exercises, sometimes, you know, people might think I have Tourette's syndrome sometimes because I'll say, no, not today, Geoff. Not today, my friend. You're not going down that rabbit hole. Stop it. Right? Just get back in the comeback gym. Let's grab those dumbbells. Let's grab that I can. Let's grab that I must. Let's grab that I will dumbbell. And you say it over and over and over again until I snap out of that funk, man. It's the stinking thinking. It never stops. It never, ever stops. But we can slow it down. We can disrupt it. So our challenge for you today, and always when you join us in Conversations with Geoff, is to remember the power that we have and the ability to change our thoughts by doing things differently throughout the day, going to bed without all the news, of the day, without all the misery of the day, without all the disappointing thoughts that you have for the day. Find a way to unload those things before you close your big, beautiful eyes at night. You hit your head on the pillow. All right, and when you wake up in the morning, you do a little check in yourself. Okay, there's a powerful message about getting in the mirror every morning and saying to yourself, "Good morning, superstar. It's another day of victory for you." However you want to say that to yourself. You know, I am amazing. That's a powerful word. I am capable. That's another powerful word. I am unstoppable. That's another powerful word. The power in I am is amazing, right? And everybody can do this. And yeah, you're thinking, oh, hokey. Listen, I know it sounds that way, but I'm talking about gaining some consistency on that, making a commitment to yourself, right? You have to do the work. It won't happen without the work. What's the work? I'm telling you about what the work is. And the other thing I want to leave you with before I wrap this thing up is this. What do you want out of life? And what are you willing to do to get it? And more importantly, how will your life be if you don't change, do the things that are possible, that are necessary, that you can do to get towards whatever that is? Huh? I'm asking again, what is it that keeps talking to you? That whisper that says, hey, for me it was, hey, Geoff. Hey, Geoff. You said you want to be able to share your experiences around to help other businesses deal with their employees, to develop better plans for career development, better, clearer paths for them to understand their value within the organization, to help them in so many ways and make them feel worthy. And then also the employers, how to communicate with employees, why it's important to listen, why it's important to pause and check in, why it's important, and I asked this the other day too, ask, hey, how are we really doing? And create the environment where people are comfortable enough to tell you, right? We go through all of that stuff. And then most importantly is the message around helping and speaking to young men who, like my life has been, right? I mean, as I tell you this, you know, as a child, you know, not understanding emotions and afraid to share, not what confused about life. You know, I grew up, boys are supposed to be men, don't cry, all that stuff, all that crazy noise, right? So the whole dressed up garbage can lifestyle, you know, everything that hit me, I just stuffed it in the garbage can and pretended like everything was fine. I wanted people to like me and all that crazy stuff, man. And then it just carried on to relationships. I didn't know how to have a real relationship with a female. I didn't really know how to have a relationship with myself yet, even though my parents, man, they were prime examples of people that loved each other. They were married 44 years before my mom passed, right? Pops, man, he was there. He poured himself into the family. They both did, right? I mean, they loved us. They provided for us. They inspired us. They encouraged us. And their actions and all that stuff. But I still had my struggles in that space, man. You know, I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? And then I chose different things to make me feel better. Woo, right? And not till midway in my life did I realize, man, this is a mess. I'm a mess. On the outside, though, everything looked good. Had a great corporate job, living in New York, having fun, did whatever I wanted to. Man, but not until I walked into my mom's hospital room. I got a call from my sister. Hey, mom is sick. I walk into a room. And my family's in there, and mom's laying in the hospital bed. You know, those hospital rooms are, you know, had a nice room, but it's the hospital, man. She's laying there. It's got all these tubes in her, and you know, my mom's never been sick, right, ever. And so I'm walking in here, and I'm seeing all this, and I'm at the foot of the bed, and my mom is in the bed. My dad's at the edge of the bed, right, painting her toenails, man, putting the nail polish on the nails, and I'm sure he didn't know what he was doing, but that was his wife, right? He had chased my sisters away. Because they weren't doing it right in his opinion. And I say all this stuff to say, when I looked at that, man, I was like, man, I want that, but I don't know how to have that. But my mom looked at my eyes, and I looked at hers, and she could see her son in there somewhere. That little boy, that little 5-year-old boy who was standing at the end of the driveway, getting ready to get on the bus, who had, you know, I can still see a blue shirt, white stripes, a Donald Duck lunchbox or something. Woo, hey, listen, hey, man, this is a happy ending here, right? was that I didn't change right there, man, but I began to understand the power of surrender and change, and leaving corporate America shortly after that and beginning a new journey in my life. And I talk a lot about that and help people do the same thing, man, right? And the beautiful part about that, man, is when I made that decision, my mom lasted another 18 months. And I learned how to be present during that time frame. I learned how to deal with life on life's terms. I started to come back, baby, one more time, right? And when she took her last breath, we were all there, and I was able to sit there with her too and hold her hand, present with her. No women craziness, no shot of tequila, no weed, wacky stuff, none of that in my body, my mind. I was present, man. Scared to death. So I tell you all this to just let you know that the comeback is in all of us. So as I wrap this thing up, I went a little long, sorry about that. Take a look at this, share this. If you're wondering about me or whatever, that's a little glimpse of who I am. And hey, I see some Pierre, how you doing? I can, I will. There we go. It takes work, but it's worth it. Love that. Thank you so much. Share this, subscribe to this, and make sure you understand this, that we all have the capabilities, that the American dream is still alive. They are just not handing it out. But I'm going to tell you, go back and watch the episodes of some of our guests. They've all been through different trials and tribulations, but they've done all something that's very similar. They've mastered that stinking thinking. Woo-hoo! And you can too. So listen, have a great day today. Have a fantastic weekend coming up. And my wife and I get to host our grandbabies next week. So it's Grandparents Week, and we're looking forward to that. So thank you all for joining me today. And remember, change your thoughts, change your life. All right. Hey, listen, I'm out. Sorry about the guests not being able to be here today, but we'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.